here before we get started. At WrestleMania 38.
You take a mortal man and put him in control. Watch him become a god. Watch people's heads unroll.
I'm Chris Elston, and this is Chassie Lassiter. We're writers and creators of Rabbit's Badass Song and Pop Singer.
Rabbit's Badass Song is a gory, gritty Southern tale of revenge. It tells the story of Jimmy Mason, an African-American born in the heart of Mississippi to a well-respected madam, and Irene Honeycutt, a redhead with a fiery temper. After Jimmy fights back against one of the town's controlling oppressors and a member of the Good Boys, those boys get together to murder Jimmy and his mother. With Jimmy left to die and hanging from a tree, he's rescued by a man that's going to change his life forever. For 10 years, he and Irene train and wait. The events of that night haunt him and change him into the Rabbit. Rabbit and Irene, now known as Snow Bunny, return to Lightsville, Mississippi to take their revenge on the Good Boys. But this is just the very beginning of Rabbit's plan and his story. Pop Singer is a horror one-shot that follows Stacy Lynn, an up-and-coming pop star. The more popular she becomes, the darker her world gets, and soon she finds herself in this inner circle of elites with occult ties.
Make sure to check out the videos below, where we'll show you more rewards, and also there's links for reviews.
Comics is proud to present on June 24th, 2022, a great big extravaganza! It is Rick Piper's 49th birthday! Oh, one second. That's not the big extravaganza. The big extravaganza is the launch of Canadian Shield 2 and Snowdrift #1. You need to be there. Of course, it's Rick's birthday, but who cares about Rick's birthday? Be there for the launch. Maybe you can make it happen for Rick's birthday. That this funds all that day and more. Make it explode to 5 times, 10 times, 100 times the amount. Be there for the launch of Canadian Shield 2 and Snowdrift #1.
The Feast of Tabernacles reminds us that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob has a new dwelling place. No, back it up. Slow it down. Believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house is many mansions. Think about this. In my Father's house, there's many mansions. That doesn't even make sense. A mansion is bigger than a house. In my Father's mansion, there's many little houses. That would make sense, but no. You see, it doesn't say mansions. It says dwelling places. Or in some translations, rooms. In my Father's house. In my Father's house. In my Father's house, there are many dwelling places. I go to prepare a place for you, so that where I am, you will be also. He was on earth saying that, manifesting the glory of God when he was the I am on the earth. Well, that's heaven, and heaven has a beautiful little mansion for me. Well, first of all, if there's a mansion for you and everybody, who's going to clean your mansion in heaven?
Got him!
This is hard enough to hear. We don't need to make it worse. Okay. In my Father's house, in my Father's house, in my Father's house, there are many dwelling places. What is the Father's house? I was glad when they said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. What are we talking about? The zeal for the house of the Lord consumed him. When he walked in and he said, my Father's house is a house of prayer for all people. You have turned it into a den of thieves. You remember that? Where was Jesus when he said that? What were they turning into a den of thieves? What was it? It was, will always be, has always been the temple of God. The temple is the house of God. Destroy this house, and in 3 days I will raise it up again. And they thought they were talking about a building, but it was his body, because the body is the temple. So when Jesus says, I go to prepare a place in my Father's house, the Father's house is not some place in the galaxies. The Father's house is the temple of God. And know ye not that you are the temple of the living God? When Jesus says, I'm going to prepare a place, where did he come to live? He came to live inside of you. He's preparing you. You are the body and the house he's preparing, not so that you can have a house, but so that God can have a house in you.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Got me!
Oh, my mansion.
Hey there, comic fans. I'm Scott Harris King, and I'm really excited to be bringing you the latest issue of my series, The Crime Busters. The Crime Busters is a supernatural mystery adventure in the spirit of Scooby-Doo or Archie's Weird Mysteries, and this time around, our gang of student sleuths have to help Santa save Christmas after one of their classmates is possessed by the spirit of Krampus during the big Christmas dance of 1956. The Crime Busters is a true passion project for me. It's a labor of love, so I'm just so excited to get you this issue 4. The first 3 issues here are also available if you haven't read them, and I hope you enjoy reading them as much as I've enjoyed making them.
We've crossed paths more than once. I've whispered in your ear, shown you harmless little temptations. I am unknowable, yet you know me intimately. But you can always know me better. Collected here are 20 twisted tales that will thrill, chill, incite, and delight you from some of the most imaginative minds your species has to offer. This exclusive Indiegogo printing of The Devil You Know Better will be limited and numbered, with signatures from Mike Barron and Hart D. Fisher. Stretch goals achieved for this campaign will add interior chapter illustrations by Stefano Cardacelli. The devil you know better. Back it on Indiegogo today, while you still can.
These are Uncle Sam's, the airman said you shall not pass. The spirit of Harambe guides the courage of the horde. So go ahead, please defend the horizon. If you die, go away, do it for a play.
Studios.
I hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:35. The moonlight wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melody. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you.
It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more can ever do. I passed the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had.
as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, fighting off this thing that I've become. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Oh yeah.
Hi guys, thanks for checking out my video. I just want to say
Yeah.
Whew.
That was cool.
I think that's it. Oh, there's this little one. Then it's it. You know what HeroShack.com is, right? That's our website.
It is indeed. What do you like with the sunglasses? He's so weird.
Well, with the lights, my eyes still feel sensitive, so yeah, I like it. I
That's
like
true
it.
too. I forgot about that because you've been doing better.
Yes, much better. The last 2 days, I've really picked it up.
Mhm.
Yes, I was head smashing. You know, that reminds me when we were at the Kid Con a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Those kids practically had a mosh pit going at one point.
Yeah, they did. That was
Those little kids
That
were
was
like
really fun.
moshing in the middle of the floor.
that was kind of cool though. What don't you think?
Yeah, but that was 2 shows ago now. Our last show was at Beale Comic Convention. It was a mini comic convention,
Mhm.
but that really did help us. It was a really interesting setup. We were there with Keith from Mighty Mascots. He had his stand, and
Yeah.
Scott, Crime Busters, and then there was help me with the father son team, honey. I can't remember their name, but they were on the
Niall
other side of the field. That's why.
Niall Phoenix, yeah.
Yep. And there was a couple of card creators there, like they were creating sci-fi comic book
Small
style card
Monster
games.
Games. Small Monster
Yep.
Games. They were
Thank
there.
you.
They were cool.
But it was very limited as far as what was available to the public. And ironically, we got like a 10-foot space, but nobody set up directly to our left or right. So
I
we
don't
had
think
10
they sold the
between us.
spots. That's what would happen. You know that,
I
right?
know, but we were very fortunate because we ended up like with this tent right in the line of sight with the road. And we had decided to take our old Hero Shack banner, which goes horizontal,
Yep.
and we hung that up. And I don't know, for me, it just looked perfect. I was like,
It looked
wow,
good.
that really
It
worked out.
looked good. We weren't overcrowded. It was a beautiful day. I actually wrote a little blog about that on our HeroShack.com website. You can check it out.
Yay. I
See
didn't know
plug?
that.
See that plug? Yeah. I was supposed to do it last week and I didn't. And I'm like, you know what? I fell off the wagon, but I'm back up on it. Yeah. Anyhow.
I think I scared a lot of the viewers off. We had like 6, and then I put on Africa. And I know metal isn't everybody's
It's
taste,
so
but I really
long.
enjoy it.
The thing is so long. People don't have much time, and it runs into
Hey,
other shows and whatever.
that's the whole plan. Yes, it's
It's
fun.
okay. It's all right.
Yeah, we enjoy it. So Beale turned out to be like our best day ever, single day, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was the most surprising thing. We really need to thank Winchendon and the surrounding towns
Mm-hmm.
who came out and supported not just us, but everybody did pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
I looked around and every table seemed busy, and there were lots of little ones gobbling up books. And it was great because we were able to do like deals on our complete series of Cyclopean and stuff. Well, issue 4 is not out yet, but we had 1 through 3, and that helped move the books, and that means there are more kids with more books.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what we want.
Yes.
Yes. So I did. Did you see the video for Scott Davis that I did?
I did.
The Crime Buster one?
Yes, I did. Yes, Crime Buster. Like you said, Scott Davis, and I'm like, whoa, Crime Buster.
I haven't played it for him yet, and I hope he's not going to be upset with me.
I know. I reached out to him and I asked him, hey, by the way, our show is streaming now live. We have a promo video for you if you'd like.
Well, it's his video, but I just added to it.
What is all this going on?
I'm just finding his video so we can take a quick peek at it.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what is going on here? May I ask?
Yeah, this is the opening video. Oh, Pyramid Nights. He's got to be having his new stuff out real soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm trying to find it.
Books on Facebook,
Do what?
Probably, Gary sells most of his books through Facebook.
Does he?
Contact him directly, he said.
Here we go. So should I play it with sound?
This is a good kid. You don't have the sound on, honey.
I know. It's the end of Messiah Chips. Hang on. Ironically, I just heard from Rabbi Peter like right after I played the video.
Really? What do you say?
Yeah.
Hey there, comic fans. I'm Scott Harris King, and I'm really excited to be bringing you the latest issue of my series, The Crime Busters. The Crime Busters is a
So I added
supernatural
the graphics
mystery
and the music.
adventure in the spirit of Scooby-Doo or Archie's Weird Mysteries, and this time around, our gang of student sleuths have to help Santa save Christmas after one of their classmates is possessed by the spirit of Krampus during the big Christmas dance of 1956. Crime Busters is a true passion project for me. It's a labor of love, so I'm just so excited to get you this issue 4. The first 3 issues here are also available if you haven't read them, and I hope you enjoy reading them as much as I've enjoyed making them.
Can't hear you.
So I hope I don't get in trouble for that.
I don't think you would. Why would you?
Because I didn't ask for permission. I just sat here and like.
You did talk to him about it, though. You did mention it to him at the con.
I think I mentioned playing his video. I don't think I mentioned that I would add graphics and music.
I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
You only played it one time or twice now. But at any rate, so Beale Con is held in Winching, a small little town. It's a great little town. A lot of wonderfully friendly people. And they came out to the Beale Con, which was held at their library. It was a beautiful day. It was amazing, right, Chris? The day was just perfect.
Must have been like 75.
Yeah.
Warm enough so it wasn't cold, but not so hot that you were like, I've overdressed.
Yeah. And there was a breeze, which kept all the bugs away. So that was cool. And it was an outdoor event, strictly outdoor event. We actually set up a...
Well, no, they had things inside. We never got inside.
Well, that's true. That's true.
They had events and stuff that we didn't even see.
Yeah.
But that was because we were really that busy.
It was like the wand making thing or different crafts for activities for the kids. I believe they had a book sale down in the basement of the library.
Yep.
And, and I'll be honest, at first I was like, oh, is that a library? It's in a very small town. I'm not sure what we're walking into, but 2 great things. One, they made their goal. They were shooting for a $500 goal to help support the children's room that they're adding on, the addition. And the second thing is, like, Chris and I did really well. We met a lot of fantastically friendly people. There is a gentleman, I think it's Retro Rock. He's got a TikTok channel.
Yes, we could not coordinate a video of his in the opening.
Yeah, I didn't reach out in time to him and whatnot, but I did send him the link. I don't know if he's out there watching now. So next week we'll have some sort of a promo reel for him. But he was really cool. He's
got his own videos.
Oh, he does. Okay, there we go. Why don't you do Game Boy? You playing like a child that looks like, are those his videos right there?
I think so.
Yeah, the Retro Rock guy. See right there.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Retro Rock, come here. Hey, is that the game we were just talking about?
Why, yes it is. That game is one of my favorite games to play.
That's so cute. So the gentleman that we met,
Retro Rock Studio.
We all, he paints all those rocks himself, and he does little videos, and he uses his rock characters to sort of, I don't know, like introduce the videos and things like that. Now, unfortunately, Hero Shack Press does not have a TikTok channel at this point in time, but I am working on Chris to grab a TikTok because we are getting a new puppy, and it could be great for us to do. I know he doesn't want to do that, but I will do TikTok.
Y'all heard it here first.
TikTok thing.
He rocked it with that vid. Yeah, buddy. But he's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know when. Well, I won't say anything. I'll leave that for him. But I think we're going to kind of sort of be in a cross promotion situation.
Yep, we are. We're talking
which is
about
cool.
it.
And we really made some connections for the next show.
He's got, I
What?
think his son might be early teens or like 11 or 12. Like he's not a little, not a tiny kid, but his son is also, I think he's T-Rock maybe.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so he's like his sidekick. And so it's a father and son team. They were very friendly, and they bought some things off of us. And he started sharing about his retro rock um, TikTok channel. It sounds like a lot of fun. So we have to do some more investigating, I think, and talking. But he rocked it with that video. Oh my God, Rick, you're so funny.
Wow, that joke was up there for about 3 minutes now.
I just looked and said, "Oh, there is a thing." So and then we saw Keith from Mighty Mascots. He was there, and
His show's coming up, the Plasticon,
yes, we're
which
very
we will
excited.
be at.
Yep, absolutely.
Highly recommend everybody shows up because
It's a $10 entry fee. So if you're in the Central Mass area in Leominster, Fitchburg rather, check it out. It's a great show. We went as
this show. Well, this show is a very hot show because it features a lot of indie powerhouses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith is tied to Alterna Comics, and he really attracts a high quality caliber of creator.
Mm-hmm.
You guys come and check it out. I'm sure you'll be stunned. I was when I did get to see it. COVID shut it down the last couple of years, so this is the return.
Yeah, we just went as like attendees. We weren't actual creators in the event. So this is like another side of it.
Right.
So have we talked about Trolls Exposed and what we're doing with that?
Well, it's kind of interesting because I am late on the book technically. However, the money from Indiegogo still hasn't been released. So
not all of it.
Right. But I mean, we wouldn't be able to move the whole thing yet anyways, because they're Indiegogo is a little weird. But I just finished Tina and the Trolls, and I am finishing up Interview with a Troll, and then
I think that's it,
it's
right?
done. And for the creators,
so
I have updated the proofs, but I need to do another one because it's again, it's behind where I was.
Mm-hmm.
My pace is rather rapid compared to, I don't know what people expect.
You've been sort of compromised the last 2 weeks. It's been
2 weeks, but I'd say the last 3 days I've started picking up the pace again.
Yeah,
and like I'm really blazing at this point, and it's really interesting because I'm taking care not to lose the quality.
Right.
And I've actually had to go back and redraw quite a few panels. Because, you go through, you get a thick brush on, and you're just going through, and then you're looking at it later, and you're like, And not too often, but that's happened a little bit. It's usually happened late at night when I'm drawing or very early in the morning. So it's when I'm not.
Your eyes are fresh. Or not fresh.
No, when my hand is warming up is usually when I get sloppy.
Ugh.
The sweet spot is like
is,
about 45 minutes in and an hour before I quit.
Let me reel you in for a minute. The point is, it is near completion. To all of those amazing people that have backed us, it is near completion. And I think
you interrupted me for that.
Well, yes. The point is, it's near completion. You didn't say it. You told them what you were doing. Come back on camera. Don't be like that.
No, I'm giving you dirty looks right now. I got to get off camera or make myself look bad.
You guys used to. I'm sorry.
I'm like, I can't believe you shut me down. I'm trying to explain what's going on with it.
I am so sorry. Go ahead.
The point is, the book is almost finished.
I'm sorry.
Yes, the book is almost finished. It is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm all done now.
Okay. Well, what else are we going to talk about before we invite people in?
Nothing. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
There's got to be something.
Nope. You should talk more.
Oh, that's fair. Just put me on the spot.
Why don't you just talk more?
I had to turn the camera on. My finger was sore. Did you get that? That was a joke.
First of all, this is why I prefer traditional methods. Terry pops in. Terry, I'm getting in trouble.
Welcome, Terry.
I'm in trouble.
You're not in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're in trouble. Why'd you go off screen?
I was eating something. My
Oh,
dessert.
you're not going to tell the public what you're eating?
I'm having a piece of my ice cream cake for my birthday. It's a big cake.
Hey, look, if we both turn ourselves to icons, we look like a freak with two different colored eyes.
Yep,
Our new puppy has two different colored eyes,
that's true.
but she's not here until Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Saturday, we finally get our miniature. I don't know what it is. It's a Shih Tzu toy poodle thingy.
It's a mixture. She's a Heinz 57.
I don't even know what that means. Heinz 57 is a steak sauce.
I know it's a little bit of everything. It goes on everything, I think. Isn't that the joke?
Yeah, yeah. But she has two different eye colors. God, I'm gonna mute you. I hate that sound. Where's your mute button? Thank you. There's something about the sound over this microphone of this spoon hitting that ceramic plate. It's actually a ceramic bowl, I guess, but we'll just wait for you now. No. So Plasticon's coming up. Hi, honey. Is that our very next show, or is there another one before Plasticon? Hello, James. I think it says James.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That is our very next show. However,
Yes, she's a beautiful
that guy, David, whatever it is, David, the 25th or something. What is it?
Yes, June 25th, I think it is. Hang on, I can actually look that up and be sure. But we're going to be going to a hip hop show to help promote his work.
No,
his
this is not Retro Rock Studios.
What are you talking about?
James Joy, Jay.
Hey, so this is no, we just played Retro Rock Studios, one of their videos.
Yeah.
We did meet the men behind Retro Rock Studios at the Beale Comic Con. But at this point, yeah, we're just kind of happy to have met them, and we're enjoying their comedic videos. I've been here and just had some chatting issues. Well, welcome aboard. It's good to see you again. I don't remember you, but I should. We can open up the chat anytime you want, but I don't know what else we have to talk about. I think Rena made her first stretch goal, which is cool. Rick's comic we have coming up, I believe it's June 24th is his birthday.
Yep.
And he's launching Canadian Shield 2 and more.
Yes, he is.
And even though we don't see Tim hardly ever anymore,
I know.
I
think
still know that Melvin 2 is in sign up. No, I think he's mad at us.
No, he's not. Melvin 2 is in sign up, and I have to do the book review for Melvin, which I'm planning.
That's why he's mad at us. You haven't done his book review.
Oh, James J is him.
Oh, this is, I get it. This is Retro Rock Studio. Now I understand the sentence.
I thought he said, is this? This is Retro Rock Studio. Awesome.
What's up, bro?
Welcome to our crazy show.
Yes, as you can tell,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Chris.
We're very coordinated, yes.
No, we're not. No, we're never coordinated. He still gives me attitude all the time. But I was going to tell him that we shared the TikTok page. Right, Chris?
I actually think it's in the description. If you're on YouTube, it should be in the description. If you came in early, though, you might not see it. You might have to refresh the page.
Oh, yes,
but they did add links to like a whole bunch of people, including, I believe, Retro Rock. Yep.
Yeah, you do have Retro Rock. You got Canadian Shield, Crime Buster, Rabbi Peter,
Melvin 2.
You fell behind this. You fell behind.
Yeah, because like I don't have McCormick with the Metallica Pointer Sisters, and I don't have Leapfrog in there either. I did fall behind tonight.
You did, and that's okay. That's all right.
Is it? Because I'm very hard on myself.
Yeah, you harder than everybody, including
I
me.
already broke my pinky toe in violation or in punishment for the violation. I put it in the door and I
Oh,
slammed it.
honey, why don't we open up the StreamYard if people would like to come in and actually converse with us, because you're going to kill me if I talk anymore. So why don't we
No,
just
that's
do
not
that?
true. I would never kill you.
No, you wouldn't be. Oh, Terry has a new assignment for me and my daughter.
Oh.
All right, Terry, bring it on. And so, yeah, why don't you open up the chat so people can come in and talk to us? There
Well,
you
a
go.
little later tonight, I think we'll probably EFAP Mike and the
What's that,
mic
honey?
stand. We'll probably EFAP Mike a little later.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be good.
Well, we've never really EFAP'd anybody. Might as well be a friend.
Right?
I keep checking for if he's gone live yet. You want to see what he looks like right now?
Who?
I'll show you his pre-show. Hang on.
I thought you were putting the StreamYard up.
It is up. I shared it already.
Oh. So while Chris is doing that, he did share the StreamYard link. All you do is you click on that, and you can come and
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah. There's Mike.
So right
Mike,
now he's in countdown. He has not launched the show yet because he
yeah,
waits
it's only
till
like 8:45, honey.
Yeah.
Look at Mike.
Yeah.
He's so serious. He's awesome. You guys should check out his show. He's actually very good. So Terry has given me an assignment to write an 8-panel comic strip with my daughter. So when you're talking about an 8-panel, it's not pages, right? It's 8 literal panels, probably maybe 4
Sounds
pages.
like a Hostess Cupcake ad almost.
I know. That's
The
going to be
toughest
so
comics,
hard.
I believe, in the world
That's
to
going to
make.
be so hard. Oh my gosh. Can it be any topic? Anything? Any kind of topic that I want? I'm assuming that would be okay. Right? Anybody?
As long as you're not doing something cheesy. Like, this is panel 1. Next we'll go to 2. This is panel 2. Now
Listen,
let's
I
count
had a
our 1,
very-
2, 3.
Oh my God, it was so long today. It was so long.
Look, you finally begged Rick into it. Uh-oh, we lost him. Stop clicking it. Hi, Rick.
Hello.
We were both trying to let you in at the same time. Did you see that?
Yeah. I had to make sure my camera and all that was working beforehand.
Oh my God.
What
Oh
took
my
me
God.
so
That
long
was
to
so
get in.
funny. Hey,
So
Rick,
look at that
looks
Canadian
so cool.
shield.
Well, let me make sure my mic's on the right thing too.
I think it's on the left thing.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
What's up, Mike? We just did the same thing with you.
Huh?
We just did the same thing with you. Diana tried to bring you in at the same time.
Hey, I'm not going to do that
let,
anymore.
No, I'm going to let you do the next guest. You can let him in because I'm not used to you having the power, babe.
So if people want to join us using StreamYard, do they have to actually have a StreamYard account?
No.
No.
Okay. And they don't have to come on camera. You can do an
Correct.
icon. Okay.
They can do icon audio only.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So Mike,
I just wanted to pop in real quick for say hi and stuff like that. Remember, I've got my show's coming up here now in a little under 7 minutes, so I just figured to pop in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are gonna actually come by right after you're done?
Yep.
Actually, I'm thinking about EFAPing you, bro. I've never EFAPed anybody, so I'm thinking about like somewhere in the middle of the show, we'll drop in and watch.
Terry,
Well,
I got to
EFAP
let
isn't
you
that
in. Kids didn't boot you.
EFAP is after the fact. You would just be sniping him.
Oh, is that what it's called? I was going to snipe your show for like 30 seconds and just like mess with you in a very loving way because we love you. But
yeah, well, at least with you guys, I know where there are certain individuals though who still like to try to torment me just for the sake of tormenting me.
Of course they do. They're bored.
Well, actually, it kind of happened. Well, you guys know who Dark Gift is, right, Anthony?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he had a chill stream last night, so I decided to pop in and say hi, and try to take a wild guess at who tried to come in to start crap.
Who?
JDA?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Really? I don't know why. That's all craziness, you guys.
I don't know.
Well,
I think I scared JDA away.
JDA was the puppet master for Testify. So.
Oh, that's right. That guy. I don't know. I haven't been on TikTok. Haven't been on Instagram.
Which
I kind
is
of do
pretty.
Facebook because it just gives me a thing, but
Which is pretty sad because JDA claims to be a Christian and yet.
Yeah, it's a little baffling how he interprets the Lord, but. Hey, Terry, I wasn't meaning to zoom in on you. That must have felt weird. I was trying to do this.
I was wondering what was going on. I haven't done anything yet.
It's kind of funny. When I saw he was coming in, I decided to step out, and then he's going, no, it's like, and then he's telling them that, oh, I must be afraid of him because I don't want to associate with him. Gee. And then he goes, well, I don't know why he doesn't like me.
Yeah, it's always funny when he tries to play ignorant because, like, it's gotten to the point now where I think everybody just assumes he's done something because they've all had something done to them, around them, to somebody they know,
Yep.
But we have a Canadian Shield coming up that could
I
defend.
saw that. Rick, I was super impressed. I was
All right,
look at
hey
that.
guys, I'm gonna pop out and now head over to my show. Get ready to get that started. So
sounds good.
Thanks
all
for
right,
having
man.
me. And I'll
Thanks for coming on.
Huh?
Thanks for coming on.
No problem. You know me. I like to come on and hang out and talk. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, Rick knows because I actually invited him to RJ's stream the other night.
Nice. Did you go, Rick?
Yeah.
Yeah, RJ's has got a really good stream
I've been
on
trying to
Sundays.
get other people like Rick and Lorenzo on more, and Doc and
Yep.
Tug and all that. So, anyways, okay, guys, I've got to get going here because I've only got about a couple minutes here. So I will see you guys hopefully in a little bit.
Sounds good, man.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
So James J said, that was I didn't put that. I
I see it.
Yes, I got to go talk very soon. He had to head out, but I did tell him that we'd have him on as a guest probably, pretty soon and stuff. Talk about his TikTok channel and his rocks and stuff like that. It's very cool. So I think it's cool. I think was a cool concept and stuff. All right, you can talk. I'm sorry. Chris, I'm tossing the beanie to you. You ready? Catch it. You didn't catch the beanie.
Boom! He got it.
I got a rash on the inside of my left toe. I don't know. I had nothing to say, so I made it up.
You have a rash? This is new to me.
On the inside of my left toe.
Well, you guys. Well, I wouldn't say. Well, you guys were at the Comic-Con you guys were at on Saturday. I went to Niagara Falls Comic-Con on Friday as an attendee.
How'd it go?
Nice.
Good. Got a whole bunch of artwork. Not like prints. Not real artwork because that's expensive.
Well, we sold a lot of. That was one of the things Diana did. She brought out all the old prints that I had done a couple of years ago, and we didn't put we put them out there for $5, and they were just flying off the table. And it was like, it was almost inspiring because I had forgotten that artwork, and to me it looks really rough, but people were just eating it up.
No, it was good. I was really good. It was a good show.
First of all, Christopher, fans like the rough work more than the finished work.
And then,
I guess so.
Also, I got 5 or 6 comic books as well.
Cool.
We got what did we get, honey? We got Mighty Mascots and Crime Busters.
Crime Busters and Niall Henricks.
Yeah.
Yep.
5 by indie creators and 1 by an Archie creator. It wasn't. It was Batman 66, so like from the Batman TV series meets the Archies.
That's cool. When is your? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can never go wrong with Adam West inspired Batman.
Of course not.
Let me know what I can ask.
We love Adam West.
Yeah, Now, do it while it's quiet.
Yes,
Okay,
now, Diana, now.
Quick. So when is your okay, I just want to know a little bit more about your doll. They're not called a doll, action figure. What is it called? Action, I'm calling it a
Yeah,
doll.
action figure.
Your action figure. I'm so sorry. Your action figure. It is super cool looking. Is it just going to be one, or are you having
right
many?
now? Right now, I'm getting one done.
Mhm.
The other ones are going to be slightly cheaper, not much. Like this thing cost me $350 US because it's so
Wow.
big.
Yeah.
Normally, his other ones are a little smaller, because I'm using a scale because I'm going to get a whole bunch done
Okay.
of my different characters, and I'm using a scale of an inch for a foot.
Right.
So 8 inches, 8 foot.
Wow.
That
That's
makes him.
awesome.
And then
Wow.
I'm gonna get my character Snowdrift done, who's my
Uh-huh.
other book eventually. And so she's gonna be 5 inch, 5 3/4 of an inch. Did I say that right? So just
Yeah.
under 6 inches.
Wow.
That way you're gonna be able to see them
See the
when they're
difference.
when
Yeah.
I get them all together. You're gonna be able to see the scale difference in
Yeah.
height.
Yeah. That's cool.
So
What is he made out of? Plaster
I'm not
or
sure
resin, maybe?
exactly.
Maybe a resin. He's cool looking
Yeah.
though. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product. That's something
Yeah.
Chris and I have always wanted to do
Yeah.
with Great Cyclopean. We just haven't, gotten there yet.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Good. This is a good guy to do it, as you see, and he's coming with 2 sets of hands.
I see this. Very cool.
That's a cool feature that, like, you usually only see with better action figures.
Mm-hmm.
So you can exchange them out. I'm not sure whether he's doing anything about this because I there's not supposed to be fingernails there. Gloves.
All right, Richard.
Did think about it.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, he's a
it's
bit
very
veiny,
cool.
which I didn't really want, but I'm not going to complain too much,
Right.
And it seems he has pockets there,
Mm-hmm.
which he's not supposed to. Well, I told him to use. Oh, I was saying about a Hulk base, so Hulk size.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Well, once he's painted, he'll look a lot more Canadian Shieldish.
Right.
Yeah, and the head I think is a little big, but for the Canadian.
I know some people who do some head shrinking we could call and.
Oh my God, Chris, stop. That's Rick's.
Hey, I've been to Louisiana. I won't lie.
Oh boy. Rick, you're rubbing off on Chris. This is not no. So yeah. Go ahead.
No. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to eventually have my main 7 characters.
Very cool.
Like that, and then start to get villains done after I get those done.
Mm-hmm. No, that sounds like you have a good plan.
You know what sucks is the printers are. We were talking about this at school. The printers are still too expensive and not reliable enough to just go out and buy one and do these things yourself. You got to spend a lot of money and know exactly how to do it to make it work right.
Well, you got to pay some. The 3D printers are cheap enough because you can get ones for under $1,000 that are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just doing the 3D sculpting that's in where the hard part is, and getting everything.
Right.
Making the components so they fit together and all that properly.
We got we used Dremel, which is not a great brand name to begin with at school. And my experience with 3D printers has been less than satisfactory, but it's possible that the technology under 1,000, yeah, I could see it. But the ones we got, oh, lordy. And one error, and it would turn into a spaghetti mess that would not stop unless you caught it. So, you'd walk away for something to print for 4 hours, and it might mess up an hour in, and you come back 4 hours later, and there would literally be, millions of tiny little...
Sounds like something was off on the printing stuff.
Well, what happens is like it gets going on the Dremels at least, and because they're not auto leveling, if anything shifts on it at all, like while it's printing or if somebody bounces something around it or whatever, it can throw the balance off. And then once that's off, if it comes off the rail, off the pattern,
Yeah.
it goes everywhere. We did not like Dremels.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure whether that's because of that or because you're out of school. You got to expect, a lot of.
No, well, a lot of times though, believe it or not, I think it's because they just bought crappy devices. A lot of times, schools will buy off a bid list, and they only get so much quality for the buck, if you know what I mean. Like it's
Yeah.
something that a state board is approved, but it's not necessarily the best quality or the best value. It's just
Yeah.
something that somebody approved.
Yeah. Well, because I've looked into it a lot myself because I've wanted to. My mom sort of bought me one, but she bought it secondhand off of somewhere and it was missing a couple parts, so now it's a paperweight.
Yep, yep.
So
And
I could eventually get it, and I had to put it all together myself with very little clear instructions. So it was like, but I think I'm like just missing a piece or two, and now it's just trying to figure out what that piece is. And
yep. There's
but
probably a breakdown build up video somewhere that you could follow, but then it's complicated when you do that stuff.
yeah, but since then I have looked into buying one, and I've seen them for like $400 or $500 that are a decent price, and I've seen reviews on them by people. And the reviews have been good. So at the ones that I've been interested in, anyways.
Right. Well, I would recommend at all costs to avoid anything that Dremel made. But there's probably a lot of good ones out there. I'm probably being a little harsh. In
Yeah.
fact, by now, if Dremel still makes printers, I'm sure they're a little better because ours were like 5 years old, this year.
Yeah.
But I was not happy with those.
It's if I get this, I wish I could get my STL files off of a certain someone that I'm not gonna bring up stuff on here about. That way, I could print off stuff myself for
Right.
statues. But it just means, okay, maybe you're not good at the 3D art, and the 3D programs like Blender, but maybe you pay somebody a couple $100 to come up with it,
Model it for you, yeah.
And then you can print it off yourself.
Yep.
As you
Yeah.
need
It's
to.
really the only way to do it if you're gonna, if you're not able to do the Blender stuff, and I know that's a nightmare in itself, the whole learning curve. It's worth it to pay somebody if you're going to just start printing them off and potentially using them as sales or promotions, whatever you do with them.
Yeah.
Figurines are always huge. They've been huge since people could carve them out of wood.
Yeah.
That's true.
I just hope I can get the price down on something like this, like
Right.
the actual price itself, because I'd like to sell these, I'd like to get it under $100, maybe even under $50 or around 50,
What's it cost per piece right now?
Well, he's saying, I was asking about it, now that we have the first one made, and he's saying like 300 with shipping.
Wow.
You
Well,
know?
I mean, I say wow, but honestly, that's a ton of work what he's doing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is a craft, it's a specialty. So,
Yeah.
Well, and it's also it's small. That's what small printing is. Like you end up paying more for less, but you're able to get your hands on it. Whereas, if you go to China, you might be able to get it for $8, but you got to order, 100,000 of them or something.
Yeah.
And you got to hope it gets through customs and all that fun stuff too.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, like I can put it up on my thing, and if somebody, I might put it up on my thing for a little bit more than the 300 because I got to make a couple bucks off it, right?
Yeah, and not only that, but you're going to have to ship it again anyway, so you got to have something in there.
Well, I might get him just to ship it directly to whoever gets it. That way, that
Ah,
cuts down the cost. You know,
yeah.
Andy A says you'll have to mold it and cast it yourself if you want to keep it down. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
Andy. Yeah, you know that is a good point. But I mean, if you were going to mass produce them, or if you were going to offer like one, on your campaign, not just the one that you're having made,
Yeah.
um,
Well,
they would be
this
smaller,
one's for
right?
me. This
Right.
first
No,
one's for me, no matter what.
exactly. But they would be a smaller version of that, right? So it would cost
Well,
maybe less.
no. I'd keep it the same. That way, whoever gets it in the future, they can have that same scale as me.
Okay.
They get the 8-inch
Gotcha.
of this one, and when I go and get, say, Snowdrift Run, right, the 5x9, it's a cheaper figure because it's smaller. They don't have to pay as much for her, but they still have the scaling the same. I don't want to
Right.
mess up the whole scaling because
Yeah. All right. Well, that makes
because
Right.
sense.
She would look weird if she was an 8-inch figurine as well.
yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's just like you think about all the figurines, the Marvel characters and all that. Most of them come out and they're all almost the exact same size. Where these characters differentiate in height, where
Right.
Hey, since you mentioned that, I have to be a man and say this. The worst dolls ever, as far as duplicating body parts, in my opinion, were He-Man. Now, I know a lot of dolls did it, but every damn male in He-Man had He-Man's body with some sort of minor adjustment, and I used to get so mad because I was like, why
yeah,
is the sea squid guy as muscular as He-Man? What the hell?
yeah.
G.I. Joe did it too, but they wasn't as blatant because they weren't all these Adonis monster men, you know?
Well,
Ah,
they were smaller, and most of their sculpts were probably slightly different. They had probably a base, but they added or subtracted things because of a head would look different. Obviously, all the He-Man heads were different, but even the bodies were different because
Hi,
of
Mike.
belts and stuff like that.
hey, Mike is checking out how Bob McLeod is
Oh,
returning to
cool.
New Mutants for their
He's
40th anniversary.
That's
He
pretty
doesn't know
cool.
we're watching right now.
Sure.
No, that's kind of creepy,
Well, you
Chris.
see
Don't you
some.
think?
Well, yeah. Well,
But I told him
Chris
I
can
was going to snipe.
put in the chat where's you could say you could put in the chat we're sniping you.
I should, yeah. Let me try this because I had to go full screen to read that headline. All
Really? Oh,
right,
yeah.
let's see.
Well, you've got your sunglasses on too. How are
Yeah,
you
so
going to do that?
I'm trying hard. That's all.
Shadowhawks is there. Okay. I don't know if you can.
I'm trying. Oh wait, here we go. I think I
What are
got it.
you
Here we
doing?
go.
There you are.
We are sniping live.
We're sniping. Look at
There's
everything.
a.
Yeah, we saw that.
You missed the space. You missed the space between B and R.
Yeah, this is why I do the editing, guys. Okay. So Andy said that he molds and casts things for his own stuff, his own, I guess, characters, Andy. That's really
Bob
cool.
McLeod discusses his return to the series for its upcoming supersized 40th anniversary issue. Article by John Dodge, published.
It's Mike.
Oh, there we go. That one.
We know this.
Somebody's got a hold of somebody.
Why does Cannonball have that weird symbol on his chest? I don't get new Marvel though. Like old Marvel was different.
All right.
All right, so that was fun. We sniped Mike, and we might do it again. I have him on the snipe line.
Why do you think I double say things?
What's that?
In the chat, I double say things. I have.
Oh, because it's going to Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
So when you send it out, it goes to Facebook and YouTube, and then because our chat and StreamYard is connected to both, you see both of those.
All right. I was just a little concerned. I was like, oh, what?
Guys, my mom wants to say something.
Hi. Hi.
My mom wanted to say hi.
That's your mom, isn't it?
Hello.
Hello,
She said hi.
hello.
Yeah.
I heard this little voice. Hi. I'm like, oh,
I heard it
doesn't
too.
sound like it.
Mhm.
His voice went up a few octaves if it was. So
Yeah,
anyway,
that was my mother.
we figured that.
Hello, Ma.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, Trolls Exposed, I would say I need another good week before we're going to send it out. It's going to be done before that week, but you guys will see the proofs going up. I'm going to put up another one tonight because, like I said, Tina and the Trolls is complete. Temp Troll is complete. Like all the stories are complete now, except for Interview with a Troll, which is going to go very quickly. That one is just to tie everything up, and of course, it'll be left on a cliffhanger, which will bleed into the Great Cyclopean universe, as Trolls will be one of the adversaries he will eventually have to face. Much like, sorry, Marvel, much like the Skrulls. Because in reality, Trolls, as far as the pure mystical lore of them, they really fit Skrulls because they can imitate people, they can use illusion magic. They're if they weren't so stupid, they'd be really dangerous. And I guess because the Skrulls, at least in my time, were hapless. I guess Marvel wrote, wasn't there a big war where they kind of invaded, Secret Invasion or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the scrolls.
Marvel, they had the Skrulls come in and take over, like, I don't know, a large amount of the lives of heroes and humans. And
Well, they apparently have been doing this over years and years, replacing different heroes and that.
Yeah.
by that
Well,
point,
that
I wasn't reading, but I heard a little bit about it and was like, oh, yeah, okay.
yeah, I hadn't read really a lot of that. I read a little bit of it,
I haven't read any
but
of it.
but that's where I dislike the MCU. They make the Skrulls the good guys instead of the bad guys.
I know.
Well, that's that whole, what is that, subvert your expectations. And I have made it my goal not to subvert expectations unless absolutely necessary, because I'm learning a lot about hitting the beats of storytelling and particularly the hero's journey.
Yeah.
And if you hit those beats, no matter what happens in between them, if you do it right, your story will work. And I hate to sound
Yeah,
so formalistic, but it's true. There's a certain pattern to writing, and understanding it helps pull your stories together even stronger.
yeah.
I don't know. I
There's
was shocked when it started hitting me.
well, there's definitely that, but there's also the fact that this is years and years of lore for Marvel, and you're destroying it with a single movie, for
Yeah.
your thing, and that's just going to off-put fans.
Well, not only that, but it also prohibits you using a lot of the source material going forward. If the
Yeah,
Skrulls were villains for 50 years, and you suddenly turn them into a sympathizer, race of, basically refugees,
Well,
so that you
basically,
can
you
have
can't
them.
you can't use the scrolls in the Fantastic Four.
Right, right. I mean, at this point, they've kind of thrown the whole thing out of whack,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because instead of just being creative and maybe using a new species or explaining it somehow, they just totally screwed the whole. Like it wasn't even like this was a rebellious Skrull unit that broke away, and
Right.
yeah,
no, this was like the whole empire was crap, and now there's no power behind the threat of the super Skrull because so what? You're just a Skrull.
A
Whereas
scroll
in
with
Marvel,
all the powers of the Fantastic Four.
yep. But I
That's
mean,
what
like
made that's
Marvel
what
of
made him
old,
interesting.
well, you
yeah, like
could you could make another Super Scroll, but I couldn't see him having the powers of the Fantastic Four at this point.
but for me,
He'd
the
have to.
Super Skrull's biggest thing was it's not just him. There's a whole empire behind this
Behind
dude.
him. Mhm.
And
Yeah,
now it's like, oh, now it's just you. You're like, okay, let's get Thor and Guardian, and I don't know.
Mm.
We'll throw Thing in there because you stole his powers, and we'll just beat the hell out of you.
God.
Yeah, but at that
Oh
point,
my God.
he'd be 4 different. I think he would be 4 different people. He
Oh
would
yeah,
be the
he would be.
Fantastic. You know,
But
you might get the Hulk. I don't know who else.
shoot, Doctor Strange could help. There's quite a few like
No,
top
no,
tier guys
no.
who
I'm not
could
saying
mess
who
him
would
up.
fight him. I'm just saying who would the 4 powers would he get
Oh,
from?
would he duplicate? Yeah.
Yeah.
I am thinking the Hulk because of Ben Grimm.
Well, that does he have to like touch the guy, or can he just emulate him?
No, he's made to emulate him already.
Oh, so they'd have to build him with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you know he's got to do Captain Marvel because she's the most powerful universe person in the Marvel universe.
Well, I'm trying to go with the something similar to each Fantastic Four member. Okay, do we have any other stretchy people or something like that? Well, I guess Miss Marvel, the new Miss Marvel.
Yes, yes, yes.
That
Although she
that would
doesn't
be
stretch
very
anymore.
limited. That would be very limited because of her age.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that he could take her powers, like Mr. Fantastic. She stretches, so you have Miss Marvel, you have
Oh,
the
I see.
Hulk.
You're trying to replace these people. I see what you're doing. Yes. You're
Mm.
replacing the Fantastic Four in the Super Skrull because the Fantastic Four isn't actually there right now.
Yeah, well,
Right.
they technically were in the last Spider-Man. No, the
Hold on.
Doctor Strange movie, or Reed Richards was, anyways.
Yeah, yeah. That I saw the clip of Black Bolt and I thought that was probably ingenious, except they kind of ripped off the Matrix. But like,
Yeah.
he didn't look like Reed Richards to me. I know everybody else seems to like him, but he's too soft around the face. He's too rounded for me. I always thought of Reed as very, kind of crispy old man.
Well, it depends on what part of the career that you get in, because you've got him with the white temple hair, and then you've got
Yep.
him back from like the 30s or 60s, I should say, when
Yeah,
he
I'm a
didn't
white
have
temple
that.
hair guy. I'm definitely Reed with the white temple hair. That was my era.
There's a
Doctor
lot of,
Strange used to be that way too,
yeah, it was a
but now
thing.
he's a girl.
Oh, they made Doctor Strange into a girl.
Yeah, his girlfriend. I think her name was Chloe, the
Oh,
sorceress chick. She became Doctor Strange for some reason. Not the Sorcerer Supreme, but Doctor Strange.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't read it, but I heard about it.
In some ways, unless she was a doctor and her last name was Strange, he's
Well, if
Doctor
she got
Strange.
married to him, she could have the Strange part, but I don't know about the Doctor part.
Yeah.
But that's better than what they did with Iron Man.
Yeah, but who would be invisible type? Miles Morales?
He did have invisibility, didn't he?
Yeah.
And so much
He-
more.
yeah, but he doesn't got it to the same extent as Sue
He
in
did,
his
yeah.
game. But I'm just with the invisibility, I'm thinking. And
They
then
really haven't done much with invisibility.
And then I'm trying to think who is. Well, you got fire. Who do we have that's fire related in the Marvel universe at the moment?
Firestorm from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
No, that's Firestar.
Oh,
Firestorm
yeah,
is
Firestorm's DC. Yeah. Who else could it be though? There's a couple of fire people. Isn't Sunfire a mutant from Japan?
Yeah, but again, the X-Men haven't been brought into it yet.
The Human Torch, the robotic World War II one.
Again, we haven't seen him yet.
But he should have been there.
We don't know. They've screwed up the universe really because Aunt May, as I was saying another day, is she truly Peter's aunt, or was she truly Peter's aunt?
So
Ben Parker to be the brother of
yeah.
Richard Parker. Peter's father?
It's a good question. But okay, so what about Pyro? He was a
Mutant
spud.
again.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. They didn't have a lot of fire people in the 60s, huh?
Well, I don't know. There might be, ones that they have.
Well, I keep
all
thinking of
the
guys with flamethrowers. They wouldn't qualify because that would be like a machine.
yeah.
I had a coffee this
And-
attack. Sorry.
Welcome back, babe.
Uh huh. Anyway.
We were talking about who would be Fire from Marvel to replace Human Torch.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of those characters. I know
Well, it
Captain
wouldn't be-
America. I know the
Yeah.
Hulk. I know Spider-Man. I know Batman. I know
Batman's one of Marvel's
Superman.
best, right?
Batman, Superman, or
Which
DC?
one's
Oh, yeah.
better in Marvel Comics? Is Batman or Spider-Man the best in Marvel?
Batman is in DC.
Oh, you heard Rick.
Of course I heard Rick. I was listening. So it wouldn't be Batman. Weirdo.
I'm not sure you knew that before Rick said that.
Well, I got confused, but I am aware of it.
Hey, speaking of Marvel, DC, and whatnot, has anybody else seen the trailer for Black Adam?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I just
Yeah.
heard about it.
It was okay. I'm not feeling like, oh, I have to go see that, but it was, like The Rock in a black suit, and he says a couple of compelling things, like he kills villains. Okay. It's
So they made
one of
him a
those.
Punisher?
Yeah, like a
DC's
superpowered
was-
Punisher. And you see him like punch a wing off a jet plane. So like he's obviously like probably an anti-hero of some sort.
Yeah.
But
Well, he has sort of become an anti-hero in the DC comics in I'd say the last 10, 15 years.
so that would make sense. But
And that's why he's getting his own movie too.
I have a question.
Yes, love.
Sure.
For our Comic-Con in October, would like an obstacle course or D&D or like the story school or any of those things, do you think that would be good?
For a comic book thing?
For our Comic-Con. I was looking
No.
at. Okay.
D&D maybe, because that's sci-fi. Well, that's like fantasy, magic
How
stuff.
about like the chess club? Probably not, right? That's not really comic book related.
No.
Tabletop games.
Depends on the maker. Like they have some tabletop games that would certainly extend into that sort of comic book vibe, but then like Monopoly is nothing like comic books.
Right.
Yeah, Monopoly or Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Okay. Well, an obstacle course, if it was hero themed, would be okay.
But
Yeah.
So my idea of a comic book show would not include an obstacle course. However, someone who's advertising and drawing in young children might be able to pull that off in a way that I am not capable of perceiving.
There you go.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure whether Chris ever saw this, but there was a show about, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. Stanley hosted it. There was only 2 seasons. Who Wants to Be a Superhero?
Oh, I don't think I have seen it. I saw his superhuman one where he tried to make like people out to be superhuman because they had like a unique gift or something, but I haven't seen Who Wants to Be a Superhero.
Yeah, it was a reality-based show where, people came up with their own heroes or whatever, and then
Right.
they had to go through a whole bunch of things. There might be some things that you might be able to take if you watch that. You might be
I'll
able
have to
take
check it out. Of course, honey, an obstacle course might incur some liability insurance.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you don't-
true. Well,
That's
if it's
the only-
done by if it's done by the local YMCA and they're bringing it in, they would be covering the insurance.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you did for the obstacle course.
True.
Like going around cones.
Right. Well, it's just a thought.
You know,
So, like, would it have paintballs?
No,
So, how are
no,
you going to simulate fireballs and bullets?
I don't know. Okay.
If it's superhero based, you
tennis.
got to shoot. You got to shoot at them, right?
Somebody throwing tennis balls?
Oh yeah, and then you just give them like a
Or no, somebody throwing ping pong balls because those aren't going to hurt.
right, and so you give them like a trash can top as a shield. We could put a star on it, and like make 6-year-olds run into the wind of the ping pong balls. Yeah, just make sure you
I
don't
wasn't.
slip a golf ball in, because
I
golf balls
wasn't.
would hurt.
I wasn't quite thinking. Put the wind at them. You know, just somebody from side to side throwing. You know, ping
Oh
pong
no, I'm
balls.
picturing like the high school baseball team whipping them as hard as they can.
These are kids.
Chris,
It's gonna
remember
be
we're
challenging,
live.
or it's not worth it.
We are live. We're live. So yeah. We Hero Shack does not wait. We do not promote hurting children.
Yes,
Cross Comics does not promote this either.
Cross Comics.
we
No.
disavow any such claim.
He's just being a weirdo.
No,
So
I don't think ping pongs thrown by high school pitchers would hurt that much.
he says he's such a straight face. He's oh, you guys, you know what I did today?
Plus, it's doing it fast enough because you got to do it fast.
Oh
It's
my god,
junk
you know what I
quick.
did? Total change of subject for a minute.
What'd you do today, Diana?
Oh my god. So the theme for my social skills group this week is under the sea. Like under the sea, like fish and stuff like that. So every day I've been doing like the theme thing. Like yesterday we made ocean in a bottle with sand and water. Today we made how do ocean waves move? We made bottles on how they move. But I also do, that's for my older kid, but I do a preschool or a smaller group. And I read 2 books where both fish got eaten. Both fish in the story get eaten very tragically. And my poor little preschooler's like, where's Mr. Polka Dot Fish? Where's Mr. Pufferfish? Well, Mr. Polka Dot Fish is now in the eel, and Mr. Pufferfish is now in the shark. And they were full on, beautifully illustrated children's books with like the first
With
book
the
was
reality of life? Oh no!
Barnacle is bored. That's about a little barnacle, and he's bored, and he goes on to talk about, oh, but look at Mr. Polka Dotted Fish showing up, and he's playing with the dolphins, and he's playing with this, and he's playing with that. And Mr. Barnacle, you turn the page, and you see all the big wave came in, and all of a sudden you see the picture of little fish swimming, and there is a huge eel coming after with his mouth open. And you turn the next page and the fish is gone. And Mr. Barnacle is smiling, going, that was the best day ever.
Is there a little fish in the eel's belly? Can you see it?
The kids are like, where's Mr. Pokemon Fish? The artist took the eel and like took a shot out, like a side picture of the little polka dotted fish inside the eel's belly. I didn't like when I picked the book, I just kind of thumbed through the pages, and I had asked at the library, I said, I'm looking for books for like kindergarten up to like 3rd or 4th grade. So these guys are younger. Some of them aren't even in school. So then I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I tried to follow it up with poor Mr. Guy, poor little guy, right? That was the name of the book or something like that. And that was about a pufferfish. And he's got glasses, and you could see he's swimming. And then a big octopus comes and squeezes him hard, so his glasses pop off, and he looks uncomfortable. And the octopus goes, oh my goodness, you look just like a breath mint. You're so adorable. Or hey, would you like some fish and chips? Like, these are lines in the book. And the fish is getting squeezed. Then all of a sudden, there's a picture of the fish, the little pufferfish, going into the big mouth of the other fish, right? Of the octopus. And of course, the pufferfish, when they're scared, what do? They puff out. So it shows the octopus. The kids are looking at me, the staff's looking at me, going, where is this leading? fine. The pufferfish is saved. So the octopus is now, oh, poor me, and he goes off. So the pufferfish, which I call him Mr. Pufferfish, finds his glasses and he's swimming along. Turn the page, and you see this big, like, side view of a shark. I'm like, this is not going to end well. So I turn the page, and the shark goes like this to the.
Hey,
Oh
Diana,
my
that sort of
God.
blew up on you.
Oh, you have no
Hey,
idea.
did the
Like, the
pufferfish
staff-
die?
Yes.
Uh,
the pufferfish-
Uh, um,
the shark ate the pufferfish.
Diana, I don't think you heard me. Those books blew up on you.
Yeah, they did blow up on me, funny guy. Oh,
So
but
when are you getting fired for this?
no. So I read them this morning. So now I have the older group. This morning we just painted a little fish and the kids had fun. They forgot about it, thank God. But then
Yeah, the older group you must have some movies for, right?
I read them to the older group, to a different group of staff with their old. One was laughing so hard she was crying. She's like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe you just did that." I said, "It's the circle of life, guys. This really happens. Fish eat fish. It's okay." Oh, I can't.
Yeah, but we like to cutify them and all that. Make them seem also friendly. Yeah,
Oh my
every
God.
fish is Nemo to people.
Yes,
Well, there
yes.
is a large segment of society that doesn't deal well with reality, and that includes the circle of life. They want to pretend that everybody's eating vegetable tofu, even the fish. The fish line up to go get their veggie fish food. They don't eat each other. My goodness.
Well, I think you can take Mike's comment off there.
Is it still there? Oh, yeah, it is. Where'd Diana go? She left us again.
I was drinking my water and I didn't want to be rude. I'm right here.
I'm just like getting tired.
I know we got to pop into Mike's show. So, do you want to do that now for a few minutes and end a little early, or do you want to keep chit chatting and whatnot?
I don't know. It's up to you guys.
No, I think we should pop into Mike because I apologize for anybody that's watching the stream afterwards for my husband's distastefulness.
What?
You burped.
Because you burped.
You even went like this, Chris. You moved into your mic. Wait, into your mic. So why don't we do that? Why don't we? I don't know how many people are out there. Andy popped in for a little bit.
Well, how about I was going to say put a link to Mike's stream
Right,
in the chat.
Mike's stream, so people can come over and say hi for a few minutes, right? Chris? No?
Hang on.
And
Okay.
Let's see what he's talking about first.
Number 2, and has since starred in a handful of series and one-shots issues.
Something about Youngblood.
His first solo run.
Yeah, there's Liefeld's name.
Began shortly after his appearance in Youngblood and lasted for 11 issues. Prophet was later revived in 2012 before a new 6-issue series, Prophet Earth War, launched in 2016. Prophet is also turned into
Did it stop?
Yeah.
I messed that up. So what time is it, honey?
9:38.
Wow, I'm a wuss now.
I know. That's
But
what
I've
I
been
said.
going to bed about 8:30 every night.
I know. So why don't we do, like, if we go in for like a half hour or 20 minutes just to say hi? I think that would be nice.
All
And
right.
Rick will follow, I think. Or do you have another show to go to, Rick?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So did you get the link? Or you want
up?
I can get Mike's easy unless for whoever's
right.
watching you want to put it in.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm pulling it up too. I
Okay.
had it shared, but let's see. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. There's Mike's link.
I got it up already. Let's hit the like for him.
All right, so I guess we're going to conclude tonight. Next week we'll have more updates on Trolls Exposed, Cyclopean number 4, and who knows, Canadian Shield. We might get news on.
Yeah,
Melvin
I got actually put back a little bit this week because my stylus, I had some salad, and I accidentally put my stylus in the bowl of salad, and it got messed up by the salad dressing. Well, there was no salad left, and somehow I put my stylus in. It got messed up for this.
Oh my God, Rick!
So it wasn't working for like 2 or 3 days. I checked it out today. I thought it was done and gone, and I checked it out today, and it's working now. So it's like
It's working now.
Yes,
You're
like,
so funny. Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh.
So that's, glory be to God that it's been
Yeah,
fixed.
glory be to God. See the things you do when you are a creator.
All right, folks. So I'm going to kill this and go over to Mike's.
Yeah, so join us there. You'll be happy
All right.
to see you.
Yes, you will be. Peace out.